What's up, Doll Baddies? So in today's video, we just gonna be going into like what things y'all should know when installing laces. So right now I have a custom frontal unit made that I made for my client, and I'm just measuring her head and seeing what a wig I want it to be placed at. Does it even reach? Because some units, you know, when clients break to be way too small, it's reaching in the bike, like not even past the sideburns. And then you also want to know if you're gonna have to color correct. So once I had figure out where I want to, you know, have my lace at, y'all know I like to put my white pencil line outline of a little bit before actually where I'm gonna be able to put my lace, so I'll be able to wipe it off later. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and do my ball cap method where my got to be glued. And I'm just using my wig cap and then bringing it forward, cutting up the holes on this side so it can lay properly. And I like to use got to be glue because it's a gel, but it does need an extra holding, and I don't recommend a free spray because the free spray is too harsh. But you could use spritz. That's just my opinion, personal preference, and I don't want to just use spritz on its own because that got to be give it that extra hold for it actually to last. And then you also have the extra securance of the sewing down on the ankle brace, because you don't want the wig sliding back, or when the client take it off, the wig cap not even there, like it was just useless. You actually want it to do its purpose, serve, help for better lace, protect the edges, the hairline, and all of that. So right now I'm about to do my sprints, and I like to do half the head at one time and then do the other half so that it's properly molded out. I don't like to spritz the whole thing because I just don't have enough control. So making sure everything is hard, don't let nothing be wet, and be mindful how much got to be your adding on, because if you add too much, it's gonna be like seeping through white and be real sticky, a mess. But if you add too little, ain't finna stick all that good. So add a nice thin layer of got to be and spread it out. So I went ahead and added my 3 layers of ghost bond, of course. Also did color correct off camera so that the lace could better match the client's scalp instead of being so wide. So you just add liquid foundation. You could use powder, but I just feel like liquid just is better, whether it's a cream concealer or mix it until you get, you know, the shade you want. I don't use tint spray. I just feel like foundation or better. So after you add your lace, all of it is most likely not going to be stuck down, so you do want to take a razor and tweezers. And tweezers is there because if you do have nails, you ain't gonna be able to hold tight like real close, so you need the extra help with the tweezers. And then use the razor eyebrow to shred off the lace. Scissors can do the job, but scissors just leave a harsh line, and we don't want no harsh line. And as you can see, I'm kind of adding some glue to the lace because sometimes those little parts that are nice and not, I don't really know, but they don't be sticking sometimes. So you gotta add a little bit of glue on the lace, and don't add too much because then it'll never dry clear, it'll be white. So you just want to add that little bit so that you make sure that the that part sticks, because those parts like to give you trouble. Like the little parts that be like doing its own thing at the lace, you got to make sure they be down. So don't overdo the glue. Don't bring it too much forward where you think it's gonna be placed, and when you place it, you have your lace but glue over it because you exceed it. So don't do that. Do a little bit, and then if you need to go back and add some more, add some more. And then that's why you also have the trick of adding the glue to the edge of the lace, so that when you do glue it down, that part will for sure stick. Because once you put the lace down at one time, it ain't, if it sticks without you having to redo it, baby, you was a master. So once you do that, you want to make sure that all the hair is pushed backwards, so you can put your elastic band to give an extra hold, securance, a better melt. That's what the elastic band is good for. I obviously applied it not really off camera, but off camera. So make sure that you push the hairline back. And now I'm tweezing apart, and the tweezing apart is not always done. It just depends on the lace. If the hair is dense, can't barely see the part, and you want it to be straight and sharp, you need to tweeze. And you want to have your hand there because you don't want to not have grip on the lace, because you want to just be pulling lace. You don't want to pull what you just did. You don't want to pull it and make a hole. So you need to put your hand there so you have a better tension on it, a better grip of placement of when you're tweezing out the hairs for the middle part. So you don't want to over plug. I just do a little bit at a time. Make sure you even going in the middle, because you don't want to be plucking and you making a slanted part. So do a little bit at a time. Make sure you come in the front of your client, make sure everything's straight, and then you want to do your free spray. But before I do that, I do like to do my concealer, do my my black spray, y'all, to define the part. Look how crisp and sharp that look. I had to zoom in for that. Okay, and then afterwards you'll go ahead and use your hot comb. I'm a hot comb your hair to death, because a hot comb gonna get your baby flat and it's your best friend, and it's gonna get everything together. So after you do the styling part and you get your part together, that's when you're gonna take off your elastic band, and woohoo, we at the last step, baby hairs, yay. So fun part, definitely figure out how you want to style your baby hairs, what kind of baby hairs your client like, galore, a little bit, size only, swoopity whoop, or whatever the case may be. Figure that out and just do your baby hairs. You can see I have my index finger on the roots of the baby hairs, because if you don't, the baby hair will not lay flat. So you want to make sure that when you blow drying it, you're blow drying the root so it could be flat, and it's not flat only at the swoop of the baby hair, and then the root is like real lifted up. That don't make no sense. The baby hair's not gonna last, it's not gonna stay. So you need to make sure you're using your index finger to place it down. You just basically, like designating it. Yeah, I'm just word blank, so all the words I need just out my mind. But you need to make sure that you're training the hair to go in that position. So you need to make sure that the root of the baby hairs is pushed down flat, what got to be gel. And I just feel like that works better. It gives a nice hold, because some clients don't know how to fix it. So once you do all your baby hairs, go back with the hot comb, slick it into place, make sure everything flat, and make sure everything is nothing lumpy. And then you want to take some free spray to make sure your flyaways is down. Another trick you can use some wax, put it on the where it's like the flyaways at, and then re-straighten it, and they're gonna be flat. You can also use spritz, but the wax is also good, because when that heat hit it, oh baby, them flyaways ain't got no choice but to be put down. But that basically sums up this video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I gave y'all some things y'all need to follow when doing lace installments, and I'll check y'all out in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to be a part of the Doll Baddie gang. We is taking over.